Do you guys want to see how awkward I am when I'm like trying to figure out how to start these things? Talking to yourself is weird. Oh. This is episode 2 of The Prep with Robert Palmer Watkins. Part 1, The Cold Read. We will be working on Tape by Stephen Belber. Tape was first performed in the year 2000, but I would say that it remains culturally relevant. The play was written long before the Me Too movement, and it delves into topics such as consent and raises questions about power dynamics as early as high school. At the same time, the play either consciously or subconsciously reminds us the importance of due process, that memory, recollection, and personal accounts are not necessarily pathways to objective truth. Personally, I'm curious how these characters, written a short 20 years ago, would handle the same situation given today's cultural climate. Would John take personal accountability in the same way? Would he seek reconciliation with Amy? I can't wait to unravel and unpack these themes and lay these characters to bear for you, and for you to share your own personal judgments and assessments in the comments below. Like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when part 2, The Rehearsal, is released in the very near future. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Take 2.
Episode 2 of The Prep.
Episode 2 of The Prep. Take 2 of this table read because we just recorded with no sound.
Shut up. Episode 2 of The Prep, Robert Palmer Watkins.
Robert Adamson.
Aptly titled Robert Palmer Watkins, Episode 2 of The Prep. All right, man. We are doing Tape by Stephen Belber. I never did it, never worked on it, but I did want to do it. It attracted some pretty big players back in the day. Ethan Hawke, Robert Sean Leonard, Uma Thurman did a rendition of it, did a version of it, and they filmed a version of it too, which was really interesting. I think they were shooting on like a digital camera, and great performances all around. It had a bit of a play-esque feel to it, but I always wanted to tackle this play, one role or the other, honestly.
Yeah.
Vince or John.
Great characters. Yeah, you've been talking about this play for the past, to me specifically, for like the past year, that we should do a scene from this play.
I love the simplicity. I love the simplicity of a really psychologically challenging play that takes place in one location.
Yeah.
That is all acting.
Right.
All character work.
Yeah.
So, all right, here it is.
Here it is. We're
Yeah.
doing a cold read.
Cold read.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, man. Okay, I'm gonna read the opening. This is Tape by Stephen Belber. A Motel 6 room, Lansing, Michigan. Music playing. Perhaps Eddie Cochran plays loudly. Vince, 28, stands alone at the sink outside the bathroom, pouring the contents of a can of Schlitz, which is beer. Schlitz.
Schlitz. This is root beer.
Sure.
This is my Schlitz.
Into the sink with one hand. Why did they use Schlitz? I can't get past it. I don't know. Is that a brand of beer?
It must be like a shitty beer.
Is it actually, or I wonder if they just use it as like Schlitz. Never heard of it.
It's capitalized like it's an actual brand.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
While holding, should I get some Schlitz?
Yes.
While
I'm not doing this
and
unless I have Schlitz.
and drinking from a second can of Schlitz in the other. When the first can is empty, he chucks it casually onto the floor. He opens another can from a 6-pack, which rests on the sink, and repeats the action. When it is empty, he tosses it across the room. At about this time, he finishes the beer he's drinking, throws it towards the TV. He opens another beer to drink and another one to empty. But first, he takes off his blue jeans, throws them on the bed. He returns to the task of emptying beers. Eventually, there's a knock at the door. Vince finishes emptying the beer and chucks it onto one of the beds as he goes to answer. He takes a moment to muss his hair, then opens. John, 28, enters. They hug. Several seconds.
Hey, man.
Yay, Vince.
Welcome to my palazzo.
Oh, this is great, man.
Yeah, how are you?
This is great. I can't complain.
Cool.
Yeah, totally it is. I'm very psyched.
You should be, Johnny.
Thanks.
It's a great thing.
Thanks.
You know what else? It's great to be alive.
Totally. What is up?
Not much.
I mean, you're not dressed.
Lay off.
Okay, fine. I swear to God, you get stranger each year.
You look good, John.
Where's Leah?
She didn't make the trip.
Why not?
We broke up.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
You broke up?
We broke up.
Why?
It's complicated.
Why?
She didn't like the way I dress.
Oh, don't show up.
It's just that, she thinks I have unresolved issues which occasionally manifest themselves in potentially violent ways. What?
I think it's fair to say that she has a point.
Well, no one's saying she doesn't have a point.
So?
So she has to break up with me?
So she's probably scared.
Of what?
I mean, you presented a threatening appearance. I'm just saying it's a tricky one, okay? Women these days have no reason to hang around potentially violent guys. It's not an attractive quality to them anymore. Too many guys out there with resolved violent tendencies.
Hey, don't be a politically correct.
I'm not. I'm just telling you that you're an idiot if you think the chicks are going to put up with your bullshit.
What bullshit?
Like playing rough.
I didn't play rough with her.
Okay. Good. You want to get some dinner?
Fine. I gotta wait for a call.
From who?
None of your business. So where you staying?
Oh, they got me over the Radisson in town.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you got going in the bag, Vance?
Beer.
How much?
A lot.
I don't know why I said you had violent tendencies.
Why?
Warm beer? Boxers? Motel 6? Who needs Betty Ford?
No, we can't all stay at the Radisson.
Hey, if you want to stay with me.
No.
No, seriously, I thought that you'd be with Leah. That's why I didn't offer earlier.
It's not a problem.
No, it's not a problem. They gave me a double, 11th floor overlooking the park.
No, man. I mean, you probably want to get laid.
That's true. I appreciate you coming out here. Seriously, we've come a long way.
Since?
I don't know. High school.
You think?
Some of us. Dude, I'm just giving you shit.
No. I mean, you're right.
No, I'm not.
No, you are. Face it.
I'm right only in that I think that you can do better than you are.
Why?
Because I believe in you. And if I didn't, we wouldn't still be friends, and I wouldn't be able to say that to you.
Why not?
Because it sounds totally pretentious.
Well, you're right.
But the thing is, I mean it. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. It's like this thing with Leah. If it is permanent, you should view it as an opportunity to change.
Why is what you do better?
Why is what I do better?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell a story which aims to resonate the notion of where our society is headed if we're not careful. And the only reason why it sounds pompous, I guess, is because I haven't fully honed my skills yet.
Yeah, well, it does sound pompous. Sounds like you're talking out of your ass.
Why?
Because you have no idea where society is headed. You're just like everybody else. You're following the latest trend, which you hope will get you laid, till the next trend switches to something else. And at which point you'll drop the old trend. You'll make a movie about whatever, like turtles that get caught in fishing nets, starring Cindy Hasselhoff. That's his niece.
You don't like my work?
I mean, I like it like I like a shot of whiskey first thing in the morning. It's good for about 10 minutes, and I want my coffee.
Wow.
What?
Did I say something to piss you off, or is it just that you're a dick?
Both.
Well, it's good to see that you're finally admitting it.
Unlike some of us.
What, that I'm a dick?
Yeah.
When?
I'm speaking figuratively.
When was I figuratively a dick?
In high school.
I was too shy to be a dick in high school.
I think you held your own.
Well, that's because everyone's a dick in high school, Vince. It's the white male football playing prerogative. The trick is to evolve into something else once you're out.
You want to get high?
No.
Come on, John. Get high with
No,
me.
I'm not getting high.
Why not?
But
Only violent dicks get high?
no.
So let's get high.
I'm not getting high.
You're lying.
What you got going on in the bag, Vince?
Pot.
How much?
A lot. You know who's out here?
Where?
Here, Lansing.
Who?
Amy Randall.
Really?
Yeah. I heard that from Tracy about 2 years ago, and then when you got this thing, I looked her up on the net. She's out here. She's like an assistant county prosecutor or something.
I wonder if she's still.
Hot.
Yeah.
That's not a very politically appropriate way to think about women.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here's the thing about being appropriate. It's better to try and do that than be a complete asshole. Okay. The choice to respect people is actually a good one, despite people like you who insist on calling people fat to their face.
What if they are fat?
You know what, Vince? Why don't you just shut up for a while?
Oh, I see. Because now I made a point, so I have to shut up.
No, it's just that you like being rude for the sake of it. Okay, it's just it's not. It's not. I don't. And the thing is, I don't see like we don't see each other often enough to make worthwhile this little competition for who's more authentic. Okay, we should just accept the fact that we're a little bit different from each other and let the friendship go from there.
Well, accept the fact that we're a little bit different from each other.
Yeah.
Would you like to make me?
Make you what?
Make me accept that fact.
No.
Why not?
Because it's stupid.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because how else will I know that you're different?
You'll just have to trust me.
No, prove it.
Or else what?
I kick your ass.
I guess this means you're potentially violent. Hmm?
Only when it comes to you, John.
You know what's funny? How you get this way every time we talk about Amy Randall.
No, I don't.
I don't think you even realize it, Vince.
Fuck off.
Okay, you know what? I'm out of here.
Fuck off.
Thanks for coming.
Fuck off.
Vincent.
Fuck you, John.
Look, I'm sorry you still feel bad about Amy Randall. Every time you get stoned and drunk around me, this shit comes up. It was 10 years ago. I explained to you a million times I felt it was okay for me to be with her because you guys have broken up. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what happened.
So am I.
So what happened?
Jeez, we slept together.
How?
What do you mean?
How did you sleep together?
Okay. So, now it's about that.
Isn't it?
Is it?
You tell me.
We slept together.
How?
You know how.
No, actually, I don't. I have an idea, but I don't know how because we never actually talked about it. We laughed about it. We thought it was kind of funny, but you never exactly told me what happened.
So what do you want to know?
I want to know what happened.
We slept together.
How?
What do you mean, how?
How?
You have to be more specific, Vince.
In what fashion did you sleep with her?
We had sex.
And
that was it.
Was it good sex?
You know, I've had better since.
Was it fun?
It was all right.
Was it on the rough side?
Hard to say. We were both drunk.
Did you rape her?
No.
Kind of?
No.
Did you kind of force her to have sex with you?
No.
John.
I'm not sure what you want me to say here, Vince.
I want you to tell me what happened. You're a filmmaker. Lay out the scene for me. Show me the dailies.
It was just something that got a little out of hand. I'm sorry.
Don't
John.
apologize to me.
I'm not. What I'm trying to say is that 10 years ago, I did something wrong. And look, when I think about it, now, it seems like the person who did that is a complete stranger to me. He was a dumb, drunk high school senior who thought that she was just being a little bit prudish and needed some coercion. And it was bad, and I regret it, but it was a far cry from rape. And I don't think she would look back on it and call it that either.
What would she call it?
I don't know what she'd call it.
What if she called it rape?
Listen to me. I highly, highly doubt that she even remembers it.
You remember it?
I remember it because it was a very pivotal thing for me.
Your first rape.
Stop being an asshole.
Tell me why it was pivotal.
Because it was one of the first times that I looked at myself objectively and I decided that I would try to avoid becoming a certain type of person, okay? And for her, it might have been something, nothing particularly important one way or another, but for me, it constituted something more significant.
So you did date rape her?
No, I didn't.
What did you do?
I coerced her to have sex with me.
How?
Verbally.
You verbally coerced her?
By applying excessive linguistic pressure, I persuaded her to have sex with me.
And then things got rough.
I mean, things got rough in that after a while, they become aggressively playful.
They did?
We did.
Meaning what?
Meaning, I probably thought that I was being playful, but others might interpret my actions as being rough.
How can you sit here with your oldest friend in the world and continuously tell lies?
What makes you think that I'm lying?
Because only you would come up with the term excessive linguistic pressure. That's not a normal expression, John. It's a clear sign of excessive bullshit. If you had really done only that, you'd be more specific. You'd say that you told her that if she didn't put out, you'd start telling people she had VD, or smelled bad, or had a penis, or any of the normal things that guys say. But you come up with the typical crap, which sounds mature but contains nothing. It's bullshit. Because the reason you are where you are today is because you always insist on getting things your way. It's what you're good at, John. So why don't you just own up and admit what you did?
Fuck off, Vince.
Fine. I'll call her.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Because I would like you not to.
Why not?
Because you've already made your point.
What's my point?
Your point is that nobody's perfect, including me, so it offends you when I tell you what you think you should, how I think you should live your life.
That's not my point.
Well, it should be.
Why? It's not.
Why?
Because I haven't even gotten to my point yet.
So then get to it.
Maybe I don't have one.
Then I'm gonna go.
Wrong.
No. Right.
Admit it.
Admit what?
What you did to Amy.
What even makes you think that I did something?
Because I know.
How?
Because she told me.
Told you what?
What you did.
What did she say?
What?
What did she say?
Nothing.
Get out of my way, Vincent.
It was obvious. Tell me what you did, and I'll let you go.
Stop being a dick.
Tell me what you did.
Why do you care?
Because I want to hear it.
What would it change?
I don't know.
So then why does it matter? We both know that I did something wrong.
So tell me.
I pinned her arms back, and I stuck my dick in, okay? For Christ's fucking sake. Shit happens. I already said I'm sorry.
Thank you.
What the hell did you just do?
Taped our conversation.
Why?
I wanted to make sure I heard you right.
See? When you started doing the VD line, like that cracks me up.
What's VD line?
Like tell somebody she has a VD.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. All right.
Okay.
Well, you know, obviously that played better, but because we wasn't 100% a cold read.
Right,
Do it again.
right.
Sorry.
We had to.
I had to record it again. I wasn't recording sound.
We did a second cold read of that just now because
So
the first time.
it played.
So
more
we had a little more.
a little more. Yeah.
We also,
On the
cut up we kind of cut this scene together.
Yeah.
So we now knew exactly where
I
we
mean,
were going
I
to.
think it's kind of interesting to talk about, uh, um, even just after one read into the next, how
Mhm.
much more fluid the scene already feels.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because I think there like that. I think we were already having some fears of like, what is it too long? Do we?
It already feels
It
better.
already feels better,
We
which
did
I kind of
this.
suspected it
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I think we're already starting to find the moments where we're really on top of each other's lines, and it's fast, 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 and then
Yeah.
we're finding the moments where there's beats and it slows down, and we're figuring each other out. And it's interesting how, yeah, literally, we just did a cold read that was very cold, and
Yeah.
now we actually have the sound working, and we're actually recording it properly. So that's our second cold read, and it's
Yeah.
already leaps and bounds more.
Fluid.
Yeah,
Than the
exactly.
rest. All right. What scares you?
What scares me?
What scares you?
Well, what scared me originally, just because so much of this is the first time I read it was this past week. You've been talking about doing this for a while, so I didn't really know what I was jumping into. But I love the whole play is in the motel room, and most of it's between us. There's a lot of camaraderie and banter, and this friendly vibe that we have, and it's back and forth, and it doesn't really get into the meat of like the seriousness of the play until a little bit later on.
Mhm.
And I was just a little bit worried that us cutting it and kind of condensing it into our own version of basically made it like a shorter version of the play, that we were going to lose some of that we were getting to the heavy stuff too quickly, and you didn't, and the
You don't see
audience,
the relationship.
exactly, we were going to lose some of the relationship.
Well, and I think that's a fair thing to be afraid of too. And I think what happens on stage, heavy dialogue and heavy relationship building in on stage, it's done for a couple of reasons. But one of the reasons is that you can't really see the expressions on the actors' faces.
Right.
You know, as you would in film, they have to develop everything in the language.
That's such a good point.
You know, if you just let the words sing, then the audience for sure will get it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, you don't need any words really when you're doing a film. You can tell in a close up, you can see that you're my longtime buddy in a second.
Mm-hmm.
I do a little smirk towards you. You get it right away.
Mm-hmm.
We've had that look between each other before. But you're right, on stage, if
Right.
those
Or what they're
words are,
hiding,
or with yeah, all that,
which is
so
even
much.
more important.
Yeah.
All right, what excites you?
That excites me.
Mm.
I'm excited just to make you sit here and discuss character and your prep, your process.
That's funny.
Because we've worked on projects in the past, and I
That's
mean,
funny. Yeah, because typically I don't like to
right,
discuss it
right,
in process.
right.
And I tend to keep it pretty close to the
Which is fair, and a
close
lot of
to the
actors do
vest.
that. And I'm a mixture. There's times where I really like to talk things out for sure, and then there's times where there's things that I think are like sacred and you should keep to yourself.
Mhm.
So it's interesting because I love picking your brain, and I like,
Yeah,
it's so fun to feed off what somebody else is thinking, and like
yeah.
you and I, especially because we know each other. It's just I just enjoy which you do too. I know you do too.
Yeah, no,
You
I do.
enjoy
I love talking about it.
Yeah.
I do. And
You don't want it to taint, or
exactly.
you don't want to know exactly what the other person is doing. You lose some of that
Right. Yeah.
authenticity, right?
Or anything that you build in the background of your mind that may color the other person's interpretation of what you're doing.
Right.
I don't like to give those pieces up.
I think these characters are just really interesting because it's like you're not really sure like if you should love them or hate them, in a
Hmm.
way.
Hmm.
Like when I was reading it, my character Vince, I just was kind of like, I just loved him. He's just kind of a fuck up and just go with the flow, head in the clouds, no direction, but like so lovable. And then you come in and you're this kind of pompous asshole. But then, as the story goes on, I'm trying to get you to confess something and I'm taping you, which is pretty malicious and fucked up to do to your best friend.
Right.
So then I'm like, damn, am I the bad guy? And then we have this strongest character of the play, the female,
Right.
Amy, come in at the end. And you realize that, no, we're both kind of douchebags.
What I like about all these characters is they I think this is what was so effective with this play, is that there's a piece of almost anyone that you could see yourself in each of these guys,
Right.
each of these characters. You can see something in high school getting out of hand and being misunderstood being misconstrued, making a mistake, not
Right.
wanting it to define you.
It's a good play. It's a good play. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Episode 2
Episode 2.
of the Prep. Robert Palmer Watkins.
Robert Gillespie.
Dude, you don't even know my middle name.
Gillespie.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Wow.
Who the
Darren,
fuck has a...
I love you, man.
All right. Oh, that's messed up. That's why I got chosen for the second episode, not the first episode, because I didn't know how to pronounce
My
his
good
middle name.
friend Darren Hickok hit me up. And he
Oh, really?
Yeah.